The Leonid Meteor shower may put on a surprising show this week. There are good reasons to keep an eye on the Leonid meteors this year. It's still one of the coolest things I ever saw, says the writer. I was in a U.S. Air Force in the 90s. In November 1998, we saw me deployed in the dark skies of Kuwait. That trip provided an unexpected treat as the Leonid meteor showers hit dramatic storm levels during the morning of the 17th. Meteors came fast and furious towards local sunrise, often lighting up the desert floor like celestial photo flashes in the sky. Once every 33 years or so, the lion roars as Leonid meteors seem to rain down from the sickle asterism of the constellation Leo. And while the last outbreak was centered around the years surrounding 1999, there's some interesting discussion about possible encounters with past Leonid streams in 2024. The Leonids in 2024, to be sure, 2024 is otherwise slated to be an off year for the shower. The normal annual maximum for 2024 is expected to occur on Sunday, November 17, around 400 hours Universal Time, with an expected zenithal hourly rate of 15 to 20 meteors per hour seen under ideal conditions. This favors Europe in the early dawn hours. But there are also a few other streams that may arrive earlier this week and are worth watching for. Jeremy Vaubilin of Paris Observatory IMCCE notes that Earth may encounter 3 older streams from periodic comet 55P Template Tuttle. The comet is a source of the Leonids. On a 33.8-year orbit, a meteor shower occurs when the Earth plows along long head into the stream of dust and debris laid down by that comet. A trail laid down by 1633, the source of 2001 meteor storm, Earth is near its trail on November 14th at 1637 UT, favoring northwestern North America in the early morning hours. A dust trail from 1733, peaking on November 19th to 20th at 23:53 hours, favoring north-central Asia. And finally, an encounter with a string of older, more than millennium-old streams on November 14, 1637 UT. That's the same time as the 1633 stream, and it's worth noting that the 1733 stream was the suspected source of the 1866 Leonid meteor storm. Watching this Thursday morning on the 14th could be a harbinger as to whether or not we are in for a show. Unfortunately, the moon is waxing gibbous and headed towards full this week, November 15, meaning that it will provide increasing illumination and cut down observed meteor rates. The Leonids on past recent years have held steady at predicted rates of about or so 20 or an hour. And it's worth noting that another encounter with the 1699 stream and possible outbursts is predicted for the next year, 2025. Meteor shower or meteor storm? Meteor storm occurs when the zenithal hourly rate tops 500 or more per hour. Keep in mind a ZHR of 1,000 or higher means that you're seeing a meteor every few seconds. The October Draconids and the December Andromedids are also prone to great outbursts, but the Leonids are the most notorious and well known. In 1966, the shower seen over the U.S. Southwest topped an amazing ZHR of up to 150,000 per hour. Can you imagine? Observing and imaging the Leonids, early morning hours are best to see meteors as you're standing on the swath of the surface of the Earth that's turned forward into the stream. Pinpoint meteors will occur near the shower radiant, while long streaks will strand out in stark profile about 45 to 9 degrees away on either side of the radiant. I like to aim my tripod mounted DSLR at these regions, set the lens to the widest field of view possible, and simply let it run, taking auto exposures to see what turns up. An intervalometer is a great device to automate this process. It allows me to just sit back with a streaming hot cup of tea and a must for cold November mornings and simply watch the show as meteors slide by. Perhaps we'll simply have to wait for 2030 to see strong activity from the Leonids again. But do you really want to risk missing this surprise show? To quote hockey player Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. The same holds true for missing various catching meteor showers. You just have to show up and watch. And this was published on Universe Today, and it's on Science Alert by David Dickinson from Universe Today. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.